Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Horned Frogs will kick it away to start. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Air Force's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
On the option, just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now on second down. They'll run the option. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. He'll ride his man on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs.
Fires the pass, intercepted.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
First down here for the offense. They'll run the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. So after the first down run, here's second down. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Getting some heat. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The give to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Ingram. Working the middle, it's complete. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. And the Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Got it! And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
The Horned Frogs line it up with a first and goal. Motion from the offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They're going to give him another chance on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field goal over Rutgers. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. On third down, he drops to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
The Falcons will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Scanning the field, it's Ingram. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And now the offense will come onto the field again. On the option. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Now on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. And the Falcons are on the move. Here comes the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. On the option. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. This would have been a massive field goal try from 55 yards out. Instead, they'll go for it and try to convert on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the air. It's Ingram. Got his man quickly. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the returner goes down. 1st down for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Morton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. He'll heave it deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch called for, but a flag is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll leave it with him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Dropping back, it's Ingram. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Looking for room, it's Freeman. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback heading in this direction.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Running back goes in motion. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Falcons are on the move. The option look. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He finds his man. Got a lot of running room. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Air Force.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right.
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Ingram. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
TCU 21, Air Force 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. On second down, they'll take to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The give to the fullback. Thrust that arm out. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Falcons will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Line gets set. First down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Ingram. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Colorado Springs.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the Falcons heading quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Absolutely perfect.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's Ingram. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Makes a connection. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. They're setting up the screen. Find some fresh air. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Little over anxious. Out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll ride his man on the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Now on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quickly complete. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Falcons will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch called for and made. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the short completion brings up second down. Back to throw, it's Ingram. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunt. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Short gain on the play before he slides. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. He's got it on the right. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Grabbed behind the line, it's Webb. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pickup of 1, it's down at the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick release by the QB. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To throw, it's Ingram. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Unnecessary defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have... Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the pummeling has started. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 5 teams duking it out right now, man, and check this out. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 25 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that will be plenty for the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Going up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Fighting off the defender. Still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Power football with the run. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Ingram. He's right on target. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Makes the grab. Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Well, this is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Air Force has it back and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He's going to pass. It's complete to the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Second down coming up. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Falcons will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the right.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to the air one more time. Makes the catch. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And the Falcons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's perfect. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking